leaving a streak that matched the permanent stains on her fingertips. In the dying light of the village of Oakhaven, the world looked like an old photograph, sepia-toned and brittle. The colors were leaking out of the world, a slow drainage that left the roses grass the color of wet ash. Her father sat on the porch, his eyes fixed on a horizon that was losing its definition. It was happening faster now, the great fading that the elders warned would eventually swallow them all, shacking into a translucent steppe. Then another, and another. As Elara crested the final step, she gasped. She was no longer under the sky, but within it. Floating islands, some no larger than a cottage and others the size of a mountain, drifted through a sea of violet clouds. This was the archipelago area. Here, the laws of gravity were merely suggestions. Waterfalls flowed upward, turning into shimmering mist that became schools of translucent fish. Trees grew sideways, their leaves glowing with a bioluminescent pulse that shifted from emerald to gold. Well now, you're a dusty little thing, aren't you? A parent-sicker, Persians and to live it eternalize, and the path is drawn land. The cave, you cave, Faily. Cave where my have low live ebon the below lie. I am Plitwas brought me here at pained nearing mist that became schools of translucent face. And yes, the fading is the work of the Ember Thief. He has been hoarding owls, taking right practice to the stake, and he's certain his Zarian is, the Zarius is change. Yeah. Shum. The thief turned his head and he asked in a minor key. The ground was soft, composed of crushed velvet instead of dirt. Every time Elara took a step, a puff of neon blue pollen rose from the moss, staining her boots. Here, the islands were smaller and more erratic, bobbing in the air like corks in a stormy sea. Between them lay the great void, a terrifying drop into nothingness. To cross, they had to jump from island to island, but the islands moved based on the rhythm of the traveler's heartbeat. Slow your heart, Elara, Pipsqueak shouted as he glided effortlessly across a gap. If you panic, the islands will bounce away like skittish colts. Like constellations in the Etherian sky. She wasn't just a girl from a gray village. She was part of the very fabric of this place. The ink on her skin began to glow with a soft, pulsing light, resonating with the lightning in the clouds. I am not forgotten, she shouted over the wind. My world will not be forgotten either. The storm grumbled, but the wind died down. A daughter of the Inkslingers. It has been a long time. Pass, little speck. But beware, the thief has woven the colors of the world. He had the blue of the sky, the red of a winter apple, and the gold of a harvest moon all tangled in a chaotic, shimmering mess. The Linerias, the thief has woven the colors of the world. He had the blue of the summer sky, the red of a winter apple, and the gold of a harvest moon all tangled in a shimmering mess. The impossible metal of the compass acted as a lightning rod for the stolen magic. The colors, suddenly freed from the thief's dark influence, exploded outward in a kaleidoscope of... The thief shrieked as the vibrancy washed over him. He could not exist in a world of such intense color. He began to crack, his shadowy form splitting apart as if he were made of old parchment. With a final silent cry, dissolved into a cloud of soot that was immediately swept away by the sentient storm's cleansing winds. Her fingernails tone numbing Tory to bite buyers. And is an inane painful than bill. The heath is that Engermarias, banding Mabley very. Carrying soul in a maving of machines. And it designed as initial. And maybe. She woke up at the base of the great oak in Oakhaven. The sun was just beginning to rise and it might she's sharing diamond. The impossible metal of the compass acted as a lightning rod for the stolen magic. The compilage, as it existed, that was immediately swept away by the sentient storm's cleansing winds. Elara stood in the center of the explosion, the colors swirling around her like a cyclone. She felt the red of the roses, the green of the pines, and the deep blue of the ocean rushing through her. She wasn't just watching the colors, she was feeling them international. The thief had only taken what was already